Welcome back to Mark's 60 Plus Fitness Journey. Today is Friday, September 3rd, 2021, and this is officially the end of week 3 of my retirement. And today I'm going to ramble a little bit and use a squat workout I did a couple of days ago as a reference point to this ramble. What I wanted to talk about was workouts and how to keep them in a format. Specifically, this is for me. This is Mark talking, and how I want to keep my workouts doable, safe, fresh, and in a format that I will actually look forward to them and get something out of them. So let me start this particular workout. Now, this was a couple of days ago, and it was a leg day. And so getting back to the point, my squat workouts were basically 3x5, 3 sets of 5 reps at a given working weight, and linear progression, and we get heavier and heavier and heavier. Now, naturally, at a point, even when you're young, you're going to get to a plateau, and it gets hard, it gets difficult, and to me, it got to a point where I was not looking forward to my squat workouts because it got hard. It was really hard. So in my mind, I was thinking, what is it I'm actually trying to accomplish here? When I started squatting again last year this time, or maybe 11 months ago, my goal was to build up a little quad size, some quad strength, some lower body stability, and keep my mobility, or improve my mobility. Now, squats will do that. And me being me, I naturally progressed to, how much can I squat now? And naturally that led to the 3x5 and getting heavier and heavier, and me setting a goal for a 320 pound squat at the end of last year. Now I've surpassed that, and certainly there's going to be a plateau. I'm 61 years old. There's not much higher I can go there with this body here. And certainly there's a lot of 61-year-olds that can squat more than that, I'm sure. But this is the world I live in right now, and what I want to do is keep the workouts such that I will do them. And I want to remind myself of what it is I'm trying to accomplish. So what I'm trying to accomplish is some quad size improvement, some lower body stability, increase my strength to the point that I can while doing it safely, and not worrying about injuries. And I've really had a hard time lately with my squats, in that I've had a hard time recovering from them when doing those heavy squats, in particular in my glutes and the top of my hamstrings, and to a degree my hips. So I'm thinking I'm overdoing it. The volume, the number of times I work out a week, it may be too high. The weight certainly may have been more than I should have been doing at that given time. So this particular workout right here is a 3x7 rather than a 3x5. I'm doing 3 sets of 7 reps at a lower weight, and my working weight here today was 275. Now, the good thing about this is it was still hard. It was hard, but the thing I focused on was my form. I wanted to get some depth. I'm still not quite at parallel, but you know what? I'm still getting work on my quads. I got a really good quad burn in my squats, which sometimes I have a difficult time doing on squats. Squats is a big compound movement. There's a lot of muscles involved. But I wanted to focus this on my quads. And when I'm doing the really heavy 3x5s, 5 reps at a heavier weight, I'm more focused on getting the squat done than the actual quad involvement. Now, naturally, certainly, there's going to be quad involvement with heavy squats, but I want to focus on a little more of a burn, a pump on the quads. So I think this 7 rep range works well for me, and this is kind of what I used to do when I was younger. Was 7 reps. I always was in that 7 rep range. That's kind of to me, a perfect mix between strength and hypertrophy. And with these squats, I always do these first on my leg day, And I do a lot of warm-ups first. Sometimes I do some leg extensions and some light weights, obviously warm up. But the squat work is my first movement of my leg session. And this is my third set here. Again, this was a lot of work. At this point right here, I really had to dig to get that last 7 reps out of this. But I was feeling good about it. And after this, I went and did some leg presses, some unilateral leg presses, some double leg presses, and some single leg work on a hack squat machine. So I felt good about this. This was a great workout. When I got done, my quads were quivering, and the day after this and even today, I feel much better than I would have with the heavier weight, the 3x5s, the 3 sets of 5 reps at a heavier weight. So I think I'm going to stick with this a little bit. It worked well for me. It kept me motivated, inspired to do the workout. So that's kind of what I want to do. Again, part of my theory on this is you have to adapt to your situation, to a given day and time, how you feel, what your life is like at this point, what's going on. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm adapting, but I'm still getting the work in, and I'm not going to stop just because I'm a little at sea as to what to do or a little confused about what to do. I'm just going to keep going and find something that works, but my goal is to do it safely. One point here, this is my last set of squats. This is at 225. Here I was just focusing on getting some good depth and working on my form, and this felt pretty good. But this is an example of what I do to change it up when I need to keep the workout fresh and doable for me so that I will actually do it. So that's my ramble for today. I just wanted to pass that along, and maybe, as I said, there may be some value in that. I would like to hear how you guys keep your workouts fresh and up to date and doable for you. What do you do when you get to a point where you feel like you've plateaued, you feel like you're tired of a given exercise, or you're just tired of working out in general? What do you do about that? And one of my working theories or mottos is rest, don't quit. There's certainly nothing wrong with rest. Obviously, rest is very important here, and that's all part and parcel of this whole thing here too. I mentioned earlier that maybe my squat sessions were coming too often, so I may go back, or I may look into a 6 or 7 day squat cycle. We'll see how that goes. Now, I will tell you this, that in my mind, 61 years old, I still see myself as a 30-year-old or a 25-year-old, but my body does not agree with that. I am still 61 years old, and I have to be careful. And here's my attempt at being careful and keeping it fresh and doable and effective and getting something out of it. All right. So, as always, thank you so very much for taking the time out of your busy day to stop in and visit with me. I really appreciate it. And if you would, at this point, hit that like button for me. Would really appreciate that. And if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button and coming to join our little group here. That would be really cool. There's a lot of years of accumulated knowledge and experience and ideas and tips and philosophies passed on. So come join us and tell your friends. And as always, until next time, go get 'em. Mark out.